Hi everyone, it's Eddie here at Eddie Makes Art. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm excited to share with you some great news. First of all, I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you are enjoying the fall weather we're having. Well, at least here. But anyway, I have some new stamps. These are my new foam stamps that I designed with PM Artist Studio. So I'm really excited. These are my first two designs that are out. There's more coming, but we did these two first. And PM Artist Studio, if you don't know about them, they're a wonderful small business out of Texas run by P&M, Patricia and Mariah. There's also Brad and Izzy. And Josh, who helps out too. So there's it's a family business, and they do amazing mixed media stuff, and you can watch it on their live streams. Sundays, Mondays at 10 a.m., Tuesdays at 3, Thursdays at 3, and those are Central Times because they are in Texas. Now, if you go to their website, pmartiststudio.com, you'll find my stamps among other designer stamps, and then they have stencils. So head on over there after the video and check them out, and you might find a few things, maybe a lot more than you think, that you will love. So definitely check them out. P&M stands for Patricia and Mariah, mom and daughter. Okay, so yeah, definitely go over there. And then if you want to see more of my artwork, you can head over to Makers in Facebook, and that's our group, a private group, and it's run by PM Artist Studio. It's a private group. You have to answer 3 simple questions to get in, but it's no big deal. But it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of great people in there. And like I said, you get to see more of my artwork, and you get to interact with all other sorts of artists. And, you know, from every level, from beginning to more experience to, you know, phenomenal. So, you know, and it's a very supportive group. That's the main thing. They're very supportive. We do all sorts of prompts every month. For example, this month I am doing the collage prompt. I'll be doing a live stream Monday, October 9th, from 11 a.m. till about probably 1. Let's see how long it can last. Because the ladies won't be here this weekend to do their live streams. So myself and Darcy Sanders over at Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media, also on YouTube, she will be doing the live streams in the usual times that you would see a PM Artist live stream. So again, Monday, October 9th, I'll be live streaming at 11 a.m. Eastern. Darcy will be on Sunday, October 8th, and she'll be on at 11 a.m. Eastern time as well. So I've posted my live stream link in the community section of my YouTube page. So if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see a community tab. You tap on that and you will see the post of my link. And then I will link Darcy's as well in the description box below. So all that fun information will be in the description. So let's get to it. Haha, these are my awesome stamps. All right, so we have these two here. These are called Unraveling Squares. As you can tell, they're squares. They're unraveling. Oops. And then I have, they come in 2 options. There's 3-inch and there's a 4-inch. So there's your 4 and there's your 3. And they're great for mark making. They lean towards more of the grunge kind of aesthetic. And for example, on these, oh, here it is. So you see this here? That's not a mistake or a manufacturing error. That's on purpose. Okay, that gives it a more grungy feel. So when you're adding details to your project, it looks a little bit more, you know, been used, been around for a while, but still holding strong. So if you look in this stamp, I don't know if you could see that. That's intentional. So it's part of a design. So don't freak out when you get it. And the other thing with PM Artist Studio is they don't send out anything that's not perfect. So always be assured that anything that you get from PM Artist Studio is going to be 100% perfect. They're very serious about their quality control. So definitely a plus for shopping with them. So this one is Unraveling Squares. This one is Cinco Círculos. That's 5 circles in Spanish. So it's like a chain link design kind of thing. And these I designed initially with pieces of foam. I cut out pieces of foam and glued them to some cardboard to, make my own stamps. And then PM Artist Studio turned them into these fabulous foam stamps that you can use with archival ink, any of your basic inks. You can use them with distress oxides. So we're going to try a couple of those today. And then I also have some chalk inks, and these are, upside down. These are from Versa Magic, and these were gifted to me. So I only have these 2 colors. However, they're wonderful. They're multi-surface chalk ink pads. Ink pads. We have the Hint of Pesto and Jumbo Java. And then a white ink. This is called Brilliance. It's a pigment ink called Moonlight White. And it is a quick drying white ink. And it works really well. And you notice these come with these little plastic covers. That's to keep them nice and fresh, which is a great thing. So we'll try that too. These work great on the gel plate. Few ways you can use them. You can put some paint down on your plate and pick it up with the stamp and then stamp onto your project. Or if you have, what you can do, you put your paint on your plate, and you can use these to lift off paint and thus creating a design on your plate. And then you can, do whatever you want from there, and you'll have the designs on there. And these are great. They're lightweight. See, very lightweight, easy to clean. The most important thing I'm going to tell you about maintenance is anytime you use a acrylic paint or any type of paint, you want to wash these immediately, because if you let the paint dry on them, they're no good. The design won't give you any impression. So always keep that in mind. I like to keep a little wet rag here. It looks dirty, but it's just all paint and inks. So once I'm done using it, I can leave it on there until I'm ready to go to the sink and give it a good clean. Now, you don't want to scrub them. What I find works best is I just let the tap water run just a little bit warm, and then I let the water run over the stamps, and it cleans them up pretty well. I've used a gold paint on these the other day, and it came off really, really well. I'm sorry, that's bronze. But it came off very easily. And like I said, this is a great way to keep them from drying out while you're working. If you don't want to get up every single time. Another trick is those takeout food containers, the plastic ones that got the cover, instead of throwing them out or into your recycle bin, you can fill them with some water. And since they have a cover, they're easy to transport. So sometimes I'll keep one of those here, and then I'll just drop the stamps in and let the gravity start pulling the paint. And then I cover it, walk it over to the sink, and by the time I'm done and they've been sitting in there, it cleans up like super fast. And then what I usually do is I just take a rag, a piece of cloth, and just dry them off gently. Okay, so pretty easy, pretty fun. These are great tools to have in your toolkit if you're an artist or crafter or what have you. And what I decided to do is I pulled out a couple of prints, gel prints, that just need a little something extra. And then this is just a plain blue. I forgot what I was doing. I think I was just making backgrounds one day, and I had this one left over, and I thought we could use this first one as as a base, and I like to put them on my plate, not because I'm going to use the plate. The only thing I'm using it for is to hold the paper still. So this is printed on carnival tissue. I can't tell you what the exact colors are, but so, you know, this was a while ago and I don't write everything down. So for this, let's just start with the basic black ink. And what I like to do is I like to bring my stamp or the pad to the stamp and just do that. You can do this. So let's give this a try. We'll start down here. And the gel plate gives you a nice cushiony base so that you get a nice imprint. See? Very, very nice. Very nice and crisp, right? Now, if I went again, hold it down for about 5-6 seconds, it usually can give you it'll usually give you a second print. There you go. Once these are primed, meaning you've used them a couple of times, they will, the stamping gets better and better and better. Just saying. Let's do another one here. You see what I mean about the plate holding the paper well? Even this way, they look good. It looks good both, always, all different ways. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, so we'll set that there and close up my ink. Now, if you wanted to, you could take your cloth and just, you know, clean it off on there. With the regular inks like this, it's not a big deal. They're okay on there. But like once you get to the oxides and then the acrylics, you want to give them a rinse after you're done. Let's try some oxides on. Okay, I grabbed some mixed media cardstock that I forgot to get before, but that's cool. We'll trim it up. Because I figured if I'm going to use the oxide inks to demonstrate my stamps, I want to show you what the oxides inks do on paper. So here, let's do the larger squares. And we'll use some the Distress Oxide in ground espresso. And the only other thing you're going to need is a little water and just regular water in a spray bottle. All right, so I'm going to take my pad and give this a nice coating. Make sure you go all around. And again, just hold her down 5-6 seconds. Okay, and then I'm just going to clean it off here. Meaning just trying to get the rest of it off, or as much as I can off of it. That's a great color, ground espresso. Okay, so, and I'm gonna put this on my wet rag here because I do like to rinse them off after I use the oxides. Take a little water, and let's see what happens. You don't need much, just give it a little spray. You're being a bum. There we go. this thing needs a good rinsing out. Which, I mean, I only use water in here, but I guess stuff from my fingers gets on there. And you see how the ink is dispersing, and then this like cloudy area, that's the oxide. Just gonna spray a little bit more water. And obviously the ones that were the first stamp I did, it's going to give you more of that effect than the other. All right. I'm going to let that sit for a sec, and we'll go on to another one. And let's do circles on here. And for this one, let's do the Distress Oxide and the Salvage Patina. This is a great color. Change up the angles a little bit. Lovely. Here, like it's going off the page. Maybe this one here. I'm just doing all over pattern. All right, that's enough, Eddie. Just clean my mat. Okay. Now, oh, there's our water. Let's spray her down. Let's do a distress spray as well on top of this. And this is the Salty Ocean. Just for funsies. And again, hit that with water because these all reactivate, or these are activated by water. So keep that in mind. Tap on some of these areas. Just lift up a little bit of that ink. Oh, we even got some over here. That's cool. Let's see. This gives off yellow on the very outside, and then I want to try the. Here we go. Let's do the green one. This is a hint of basil, or a hint of pesto. Da-da-da. Take this protective cover off. Here, let's do the little one. And this is, like I said, it's a chalk, archival multi-surface chalk ink pad. So these are permanent. Let's do here. And I've never done this, but I want to test out their how they do with spraying water on them. So that's what I'm gonna do. Sometimes you gotta be aggressive with the water. It's okay. Just paper. but you can see there's movement. Not as much as the oxides, but that's cool because you can lift some up and distress it further. Let's see. It's got some like, looks like a bluish tint in there. Here, some fossilized amber spray. Again, it's a distress ink spray. Beautiful color. Let's see, hit that with a little more water. That's cool, huh? The colors work great together. All right, let's, I want to move on to the larger prints that I pulled out. So what I wanted to do is do some maybe metallic paint or even just black paint. And we can stamp on, I can stamp on some of these prints. You know what? Let's start with this one. This one, I created this one a while ago when I first started gel printing, and I never did anything with it. But it's paint, obviously. There is also some, I think there's some Posca marker, and if not, it's white paint. Some sprays. I sprayed some on. This is black soot oxide spray. So I wanted to do some black on here and, you know, maybe just add it to a couple of spots, but I want to use the larger ones. So I just want to make sure that these are clean enough. It should be fine. I'm not too worried about it, but just in case. Get some of that off. This might be a fun cloth to use in a project when I'm all done. Okay. And actually for the acrylic, Eddie, you need to take it off the plate. You know what? I'm going to use my smaller plate. I don't need that much paint. And it's easier if I use my 5x7 here. Sorry about all the noise. I've got a squeaky chair. Yes, this is Mars Black. Here you are. Looking for my brayer. Just spread this out a little bit. Now you can take from the brayer and paint right on the stamp. Get a little more off of here. And I just want to come in and just start adding blocks. Isn't that great? It just adds a whole new kind of edge to the print. Hello, kitty kitty. That's my kitty's shadow. Oh, don't you love that? I think it's great. Okay, let me just brayer this out a little bit more. Here. There. And I like this design because you can kind of, like I did here, is not interlock it, but kind of get it, you know, I don't know what the word is. But you see how you can put them sort of together? All right, I think that's good for this one. I'm gonna do, let's do metallic. Let me find Nice metallic paint. Bronze or copper. Copper's a little brighter. One there. Get some paint off the brayer. Here, we'll start down here. Oh yeah, I like that. Very nice. And then maybe here. I'm just trying to go with like the flow of the print. So this kind of, you know, you got to do the sound effects too. All right. Love it. These stamps are so good. So, so good. Let's see. A few more. And I think we're gonna go over here. And like I said, like with the other ones, I will probably come back and do other stuff to it. But this is just one more layer. And I think I can get one more print off of this. And let's go here. Oh, so good. So there is the copper paint, and that is the Cinco Círculos, my stamp at PM Artist Studio. If you go to the website, you can, there's an option to search designs by designer's name. So it'll be Eddie Reyes. You can search by just foam stamps. You can search by the word grunge. They have a great search engine on their website. So don't be afraid. And as always, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, you know, date prospects, drop it all in the comments. I love it. And for my live stream coming up on Monday, I was thinking of maybe doing some giveaways during the live stream because I'm nearing 1,500 subscribers, and that's a big deal for me. And I want to thank you all who've already subscribed because you guys are the reason I keep coming back. You're awesome. You guys are great. I always get the best comments from y'all. And I really like that. It means a lot. Seriously. It really, really does. So let's keep those wet. There. All right, so let's go to the last print I have, which already has copper paint on it. So we're not going to do copper. But let's see what other color would look really good with this. Now these last two prints were I made them because the plate needed cleaning, and I didn't want to just wipe it off with a rag or baby wipes, so I used some not high fluid, just a fluid acrylic, which tends to be a little stickier and pull better. So I used that and some copper paint too in the fluid to clean the plate, and I got this really cool design. When most of the grunge from this plate, the dark, it was because I was painting the doors for an upcoming project I have. And then, so I used the gel plate and just pushed it, and it has a design on it. So this is the design from that door that I was printing on. Should we do the white on here? Let's try the white. This is the white ink. And we'll go to some squares first. Not push too hard on the plate like that. Cool. This has some ink from another. And the curve on the circles helps too. Works well with these because it's either both. They both have like a slight curve. So they interlock. That's the word I was looking for earlier. They interlock well. Yeah, so this one I'm just going to fill up here. And then get some here. See, you can also, with these stamps, just kind of just use like one edge of it, one part of it to print, because they don't bend, but they have a little bit of a give. Just be careful. Don't make them give too much. All right, that's good. I like that. Fun. So we tried all the inks. We tried the oxides and these, this here, pigment ink and white, and then the chalk inks. We did some acrylic paint. So very cool. Get that off there. That has to dry. Because I'm stamping this pigment ink onto acrylic paint, it's going to take a little longer to dry, so be patient. You can also use a heat gun, but very gently. So what do we have here? This one's dry, and I think it's calling for some bronze. This one, this is iridescent bronze fine from Golden. So let's get some this bronzy paint on here. This is a beautiful color. I believe this is one of Froyle Davies' favorites to use. She's why I'm using it, because she is so good at what she does that can't stand it. I love her. Yeah, she's another designer on the design team over at PM Artist Studio. She has stamps as well as stencils. I've used both in my videos, so check that out. Well, it's not showing up as much as I want, but that's okay. I'm just gonna keep going. This one might be a little brighter, more paint. Yeah, much better. Let me push this up because I think you can't see, and I always do that. I get excited, I keep going, and I forget that, you know, there's people watching and they got to see what you're doing. Now, I will definitely be doing more to this print and the others, but I think for now, that's pretty good. I love those stamps. It just looks so good. So that's one. And then we had this one with the white pigment ink. And I can see just by tilting, it's still a little wet, so I'm not going to mess with that. And then we did this one with the copper rings. cinco círculos. And this one just on the gel print here with the black archival ink. Okay, and then we did these mixed media ones, on mixed media paper with the distress oxides and some distress sprays. These are still damp, so I'm gonna be careful here. And there's this one. This one's really cool, I love those. And you notice too, when you use your distress sprays, and inks, as it's drying on the paper, you're going to see a lot more variation in the colors, because what happens is the colors that are in the pigments, or the pigments that are in the dyes and stuff, they start coming out. Sometimes they separate, you know, and that's why they are called distress, because they change and all that fun stuff. This one here too, you can see there's some green in that blue spray, or it's the green and the oxide that mix, but kind of, you gotta get a greenish tinge there. Thank you for joining me today, guys. And again, these are my new stamps. They are cinco círculos and unraveling squares. And they come in 3-inch and 4-inch. And they're both great. I suggest both sizes. Of course I'm going to, but I think they're great. They work well with all sorts of projects. They're even great if you want to, for embossing. You know, that would be great too. I don't emboss, but I've seen people do it with the stamping, so it's definitely something that would be a great addition to a project, or, you know, something, a mixed media project you're doing. So don't forget, head on over to pmartiststudio.com and you get 10% off with my discount, which is EddieFan10, and I will list that in the description. And finally, don't forget, come back to my channel Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I am doing my first live stream because PM Artist, who usually does it, they can't do it. They can't do their live stream. So myself and Darcy Sanders of Darcy's Mixed Media, Misadventures with Mixed Media, we are both filling in, and I'm doing the Monday 11 a.m. It's 10 a.m. here because it's Central Time, but I'm on the East Coast. So on Monday, I'll be live at 11 a.m. So please join me. I will link all the info below in the description box. It's going to be fun. I'll probably do some giveaways. So, you know, it's going to be a great time. Come, the chat is always, is going to be probably, you know, a little wild, a little crazy, but that's how we do. Now, if you want to be notified of the live stream, you will have to click on the bell that's below the video, and you will get notified of my live stream and any other postings. And you have to be subscribed too, so make sure you subscribe and hit that like button. So thank you so much. I really enjoyed being here with you today and showing off my new stamps, my new designs. Thank you so much, and I will see you very soon, if not sooner. Bye.